Hi guys, this is John with Music Greatness. Today we're looking at Congratulations by Mac Miller. We'll start with the intro, which sounds like this. So what you just heard there was the very short 8-bar intro to Congratulations. This song is in the key of D major, which has two sharps, F sharp and C sharp, but as you can see we do play a couple of other notes that are outside of that key signature. So let's start by breaking down the chords that you're going to see in this intro section. We'll start with a G major 7. So that's G, B, D and F sharp for the left hand. Then your right hand will just double that F sharp at the top here. For the next chord we've got an F sharp minor 7. The right hand plays an F sharp again. The left hand does F sharp, A, C sharp and E. Next up we've got a B sus4 add 9. So in the left hand down here we've got B, E and F sharp, where E is the sus4 in this instance. And then a C sharp on top in the right hand, which is the 9. Next up we've got quite a peculiar chord. This is D major 7 over B flat. If you look at the top three notes, D, F sharp and C sharp, that makes a D major 7 chord. Then if you add this B flat at the bottom, that's a D major 7 over B flat. Then the final chord we're going to see in this section is a G sharp 7. So G sharp, C and F sharp for the left hand, and a single F sharp for the right hand. So let's break down this intro by first of all looking at the left hand. It's going to be following a very similar pattern throughout the first 4 bars. So what we're doing here is we're playing the root note of the G major 7 first of all, and then the upper 3 notes of the chord. So G, and then the upper 3 notes, and then the upper 3 notes again. And the timing there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're playing the upper 3 notes on beats 2 and 4, and we're holding that bottom note with the little finger the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the next bar, we'll just do the same as the beginning of that first bar. And then move down to the F sharp minor 7 chord and do the exact same pattern. So that second bar there is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first 2 bars look like this, just for the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next 2 bars are exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the whole of the first 4 bars in the left hand look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's move on to the next 4 bars. The rhythm now is actually going to be easier because it's just the same rhythm as you did in the first bar, but continued all the way through. So we'll start with this B sus4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got the D major 7 over B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to recap those 2 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then for the next bar, we're going to play an F sharp minor chord in first inversion. So A, C sharp and F sharp. And same rhythm as before, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll finish by moving those bottom 2 notes down a half step to the G sharp 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's recap those last 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice here that your thumb stays on the F sharp the whole time, whereas the bottom 2 notes are always moving down. Alright, now let's take a look at the right hand here. The right hand's going to be doing single melody notes the whole time. And we'll start on the 3rd beat of the pickup bar, so the bar before the downbeat. 3 and 4 and 1. What we're doing here is just highlighting the notes of a G major 7 chord. 3 and 4 and 1. So this F sharp here is the downbeat of the song. This is where the left hand comes in. So we hold that F sharp all the way through that first bar, and then in the second bar on beat 3 we're going to do quarter note triplets. 3 and a 1. Now those quarter note triplets are quite tricky to hear on their own, but when you add the left hand in it makes a lot more sense. 3 and a 1. So the way they're lining up here is on beat 3 we have F sharp in both hands, then the G is on its own, and then the upper part of the left hand chord is on its own here, and then the A comes after that. 3 and a 1. Then we've got the F sharp at the beginning of the next bar. So the first 2 bars look like this. Now, in this 3rd bar, your right hand is going to do the F sharp on beat 1 and then a B on beat 3. And then we'll hold that B all the way through to beat 3 of the next bar. And then here we'll do triplets again. This time it's F sharp, G and A. Then we land at the next bar with a grace note leading on to a C sharp. 3 and a 1. And the left hand here is doing exactly the same thing as it did last time you did triplets, but this time arriving on a B in the beginning of the next bar. So let's recap the first 4 bars of this song. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and a 1. Now your right hand is going to continue with exactly the same rhythm as in the first bar. We've got the C sharp on beat 1, and then we hold that all the way through onto beat 3 of the second bar. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we've got triplets here, 3 and a 1. So that's C sharp, D, E, and then C sharp at the beginning of the next bar. And then on beat 3 of that next bar, we've got an F sharp. So from the C sharp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're into the final bar. Let's have a look at that with the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the triplets here line up slightly differently to how they did in the second bar. This time this C sharp is on its own, the D is also on its own, then the D and the F sharp in the left hand land between that and the next note in the right hand, which is this E. So if we now go back to the B sus4 add 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and a 1. Now in this next bar we've got some 16th notes for the first time in this song. The bar begins with this F sharp that's actually held from beat 3 of the previous bar. Then on beat 3 we jump up to a B on its own, and then we hold that through onto beat 4, and then on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th 16th note of beat 4 we've got A, G and E. So that's 3, 4 E and A. And then that continues into the next bar with an F sharp, which is the beginning of the verse. So the timing there is 3, 4 E and A1. So now let's recap the final 4 bars of this intro with both hands together. And now we've landed at the verse where Mac Miller starts singing. We'll break down the verse in part 2 of this tutorial, but before moving on, let's first of all recap this intro at a reduced tempo. And then once that's comfortable, let's recap the whole thing now at full speed. Alright, that's it for the first part of this tutorial, guys. If you'd like to learn the rest of the song, please head on over to musicgreatness.com, where we'll be looking at verse 1 as well as the rest of the song. If you've got any questions, please let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.